I think it won't impact corporate India as such. It's an internal matter of the Tata Group. And obviously there's been some issues there which we don't even know the full facts about, which only the board of Tata Sons would know as to what happened. So it would not, I think, be appropriate or even possible for me to even try and comment on that, because it's their internal matter. And without knowing facts, without knowing what's happened, how to comment?
So, but a lot of things are being said about Nano, which was Mr. Tata's pet project. You have, been on the receiving end earlier when people were asking you about Nano's competition. But now, do you think, it has come of age and it's the right time when a project like Nano, if it is not doing well, should be scrapped? And had you been at his place, you should have scrapped that project?
As I told you, we were not a company which thought it had the capability even of trying to make a Nano in that price. So we would never have tried it. So the question of continuing or scrapping wouldn't have arisen in our case.
But Mr. Tata, it was a
laudable
step.
Mr. Tata had a very laudable object in making the Nano, because he wanted to provide an alternative means of transport which was safer and more comfortable to people who were taking their whole families on scooters. And I think that's a very good idea if it can be done. But unfortunately, it's not that easy to do.
Congratulations for this kind of stellar numbers, sir. What was the reason for that number in Q2? And do you expect this kind of performance to be maintained going forward?
See, the major factor in this quarter was the fact that capacity utilization reached the highest percentages ever. We were way beyond 100% capacity utilization. And the highest sales took place. That had the major impact on the increase in profitability, because the percentage of marketing, sales, administrative expenses, depreciation, they all fell because of higher numbers, while those numbers remained fixed. I expect that this higher percentage of capacity utilization is not going to change, at least in this financial year, because there is a lot of demand, a lot of unmet orders to be met, so though we cannot reduce our capacity utilization. So the benefit of higher production will remain. But when it comes to margins and profitability, there are so many other factors. The way commodity prices go, the way forex exchange goes, you don't know.
So you said that margins might come under pressure after Gujarat plant comes on stream in the beginning of next year. What will you do to counter that, and why will it happen?
It's going to be very marginal, because as I was explaining, the cost of production in the initial period of a new plant is always higher than in an old plant, because the capital cost is all incurred for the big plant, but production is still only a fraction of capacity. So the cost per car will be higher. But also remember that whereas Maruti from the old plants is producing 1.6 million cars, what will come from the Gujarat plant will be maybe 100 or 120,000 cars in the first year. So how much difference will the higher cost of 120 cars make in a total of 1.7 million cars?
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.